In 1986, Noguchi was invited to represent the United States at the Venice Biennale. Noguchi's theme for the exhibition was to posit the rhetorical question, what is sculpture? This was a query that resonated for Noguchi throughout his professional life. Situated in front of the Biennale's America Pavilion was the monumental marble sculpture Slide Mantra, the centerpiece of the exhibition. Inside the pavilion, Noguchi presented stone sculptures, playground models, and in the entryway, tetrahelix, a large tetrahedral section. But it was the Akari light sculptures installed against the advice of Noguchi's colleagues and friends that proved to be the most controversial part of the exhibition. Noguchi created a small but significant group of unique Akari for the Venice Biennale. The designs were to be his last light sculptures. Seen today, the VB4 model is unlike any other Akari he had previously designed. The large pyramidal paper shade floats in the air, tethered to the ground by stones covered with handmade paper. Also created for the exhibition were the ethereal hanging VB3 and the VB2A models, fabricated with paper and Indian silk, a pairing of material rarely used in Akari. Noguchi also included the immense PL1 model, an earlier unique Akari from 1975, one of the largest Akari that he designed. It is at once a light, a room, and an environment. The long flowing paper sides shield what lies within, creating a sense of mystery and playfulness. With the opening of the exhibition, there was an expectation that Noguchi would be awarded the Biennale's grand prize at this late stage in his career. He was 82 years old. Unfortunately, he was not selected, and there was some speculation that his insistence on the inclusion of the Akari light sculptures in the exhibit might have diminished his chances for the award. Perhaps Noguchi's lighting designs crossed a forbidden boundary into the realm of applied art, and possibly even into commerce. The designs were not critically considered fine art by some standards. Nonetheless, Noguchi remained determined to have Akari considered legitimate art. He called the Akari nomads, restless wanderers between the realms of art and design. Noguchi said that creating the Akari was the one thing I've done out of pure love, nothing to do with commerce or anything. This exhibition at the Laguna Art Museum presents a display of Noguchi's Akari light sculptures as they were featured in the American Pavilion at the 1986 Venice Biennale exhibition. History of Akari. Akari means light as illumination in Japanese, but the term also implies the idea of weightlessness. Noguchi chose the word to describe his innovative lamp designs in 1951, when he was asked by the mayor of Gifu, Japan, to help revitalize the post-war manufacturing of traditional paper lanterns. Noguchi's interest in illuminated objects, however, began much earlier in 1944 with the creation of self-illuminated sculptures he called lunars, made in plastic and magnesite. For Noguchi, the challenge of helping the local economy while making something new and different from traditional processes was irresistible. After World War II, traditional folding Japanese lanterns illuminated by candles had degenerated into diaphanous shades of autumn scenes, cheap advertisements, and party decorations. Noguchi envisioned modern luminous structures and set about to ennoble and renew the use of lanterns. He chose to integrate electricity and new methods of support into their structure, eliminating the traditional wood rims, and utilizing Mino and mulberry bark paper that diffuse light to the surface. The effect of his designs was, as he wrote, poetic, ephemeral, and tentative. Looking more fragile than they are, Akari seem to float, casting their light in passing. As objects, they do not encumber our space as mass or possession. And if they hardly exist in use, when not in use, they fold away flat into a box or an envelope. Appropriately, Noguchi selected an ideograph to symbolize Akari that combines the sun and moon shapes. The ideal of Akari is exemplified with lightness as essence and light as awareness. Akari is an integral part of Noguchi's artistic legacy. For the sculptor, its creation dissolved the boundaries between craft and fine art. Never interested in the confinement of creative activities and their definitions, industrial design, architecture, landscape design, sculptures, and craft, Noguchi freely integrated all distinctions of these conventional disciplines. This is his modernist legacy, and Akari is the light at the pinnacle of his creative achievement.